This is why Terence Crawford defeats Canelo. I'm very confident that Terence Crawford could end up schooling Canelo over 12 rounds. I really am confident in that. And size won't matter much overall, in my opinion. Crawford is a big welterweight. He's a big super welterweight. You know, he's a big guy, taller than Canelo. We saw them in the face-offs as well. Canelo wasn't all bigger, and Crawford's going to have spent these last few months since the Madrimov fight, basically, bulking up to 168 to fight Canelo. And overall, naturally as well, Crawford's basically at that weight anyway. I don't see this weight being much of an issue for Crawford as much as people think. I really don't. And that's the fact why most people are going with Canelo is because of the weight. But I don't think that's going to be as much of a problem, especially at this point in Canelo's career. He's very clearly much slower than what he was. Very clearly. His upper body movement's not the same. We saw it in the Skull fight. I mean, he hasn't really been the same since the loss to Bivol, Canelo. He's not really getting any knockouts now. And the power of Canelo, it's not even the power, it's the timing of Canelo, which isn't as good. It's the movement of Canelo, which isn't as good. It's the ring IQ of Canelo, which isn't as good. And these are still world-class attributes that Canelo, of course, has. But I don't think it's on the level of Terence Crawford. Crawford is older than Canelo, but Canelo's been through more in his career. And I feel like that's something. And I feel like right now, anyway, Crawford's in his prime years. He is in his prime years right now. And that, I think, is what's going to get to Canelo. Canelo right now is not in his prime years at all. He's not. I mean, if we look at ring IQ, both guys have got fantastic ring IQ, but Crawford tops him on that. Crawford's overall footwork's much better, his speed's much better. You know, I think his overall movement's better as well. I feel like he knows his way around the ring better. He's the slicker boxer overall than what Canelo is. And that's what he needs, is the naturally smaller guy than Canelo. But I don't think overall natural size, he's as much smaller overall, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not like Canelo's a massive super middleweight. He's a small super middleweight, Canelo is. So I think this fight is more fair than what people think. If I'm being completely honest. And I feel like Terence Crawford has most of the attributes advantages over Canelo. He has more speed. He's much more sharper at this moment in time as well. I think Bud's counters are very quick. They're very precise. They're very quick and very good. And, you know, the southpaw advantage that Terence Crawford has in this fight as well, I think is going to play an effect. And it's got to. I think Terence Crawford is going to use himself being a southpaw as a massive advantage in this fight. I think Canelo's going to struggle against that right jab of Terence Crawford. That right-handed jab of Terence Crawford, I think Canelo's going to struggle against. And that's going to be something that plays a part in this fight. And that's going to be something where Canelo is going to find it difficult to find ways around. And let's remember as well, Crawford isn't any random southpaw out there either. Like, this is Terence Crawford. A Terence Crawford right-handed jab is different to a normal southpaw, if we're being honest. It is completely different if we're being honest. You know, we then go and we look at, counter-punching in general, which I've said is something which is going to be able to get the better of Canelo. And Canelo is a good counter-punching himself, but who is better at it? I believe that is Terence Crawford. Who's going to be quicker with the counter-punches? I believe that will be Terence Crawford. Who's the smarter fighter overall? I believe right now that is Terence Crawford. And that's going to play an effect in this fight. It will. If Terence Crawford can get himself in front and get himself an advantage, Canelo will get frustrated. We saw how frustrated he was in that Dimitri Bivol fight. We saw how he was frustrated against Mayweather. When they were beating him, he was frustrated in those fights. And Crawford's going to be loving that in the end. Canelo could be forced to make some rash decisions here. like he was against Bivol. The fact Canelo was frustrated, he was forced to make even more mistakes in that fight, and Bivol was then able to back him up and tee off on him at times on the ropes. When Canelo was frustrated, he forced himself to make mistakes. I feel like as well, Crawford's going to be much better at that. If Canelo's up, I think Crawford's more likely to be able to pull the fight back his way. That's my opinion. Overall as well, Crawford is more explosive than Canelo. Canelo hits harder. Canelo's got the power advantage. But overall, explosiveness-wise, who do you trust more to finish off a fight? Terence Crawford or Canelo? It's Terence Crawford. I'm not saying Crawford will finish Canelo. Canelo has got an unbelievable chin, and Canelo's got a better chin than what Crawford has, in my opinion. But, I mean, neither guy has really been put in absolutely unbelievable danger in their careers, though. But Canelo's chin, it's been proven against the elite level for years. I mean, same as Crawford, but not as much as it has been Canelo. And, Crawford's got big power. Can he finish Canelo? I mean, I don't know about that. But can he hurt him? Yes, I know for a fact he will. I know for a fact he will. And I think a thing with Canelo as well is he does like flat-footed fighters. That's something about it. Was Dimitri Bivol flat-footed? No, he was not. Was Mayweather flat-footed? No, he was not. Was William Skull flat-footed when he fought Canelo? No, he was not. And Canelo didn't like that. Canelo did not like that at all. That's going to be something here. That's going to be something here. And it's clear Canelo's volume is slowed down as well. His timing is not as good as it once was. That is clear. I think a thing that Canelo does have in his advantage going to this fight, though, will be activity. Crawford would have been out for over a year coming to this fight, so possibly early on, Crawford might struggle some cobwebs. But as well, looking at it, both guys are slow starters. Both guys are slow starters. But Crawford's shown recently, though, he can be a quicker starter. Look, he dropped Errol Spence Jr. in the second round. But both guys, they're known to be slow starters. But if there's anyone who is to start quicker and wants to ideally initiate the first blow, that's got to be Terence Crawford in this fight. He's got to know the judges will be against him. So Crawford's got to be on it from the word go. And I believe he knows that, and I believe he will be on it from the word go. And that's going to make him be able to pick up rounds. And if he can get himself up and in a decent lead, then I can't really see Crawford slowing down. I think if Canelo's down, I'm not sure if he'll be able to pull it back. He could possibly get a knockout, but again, Crawford's a tough guy and very difficult to pin down, so I'm not sure about that. I don't think he will. I mean, what I mean is that Canelo's got the power to be able to do so. But we haven't seen that recently, though. So I don't think he is going to be able to pull it back from behind if he's down on the cards. I think Bud will be able to if he is. And that's something, in my opinion, as well, that could affect. I think Terence Crawford's more creative at the moment as well. I do. I think he's different to Canelo, where he mixes up his shots more. Canelo right now, he just seems to be more of the same guy. But once Canelo keeps doing his thing, he is dangerous. But Crawford mixes it up more. I think Crawford's more unpredictable. And overall, he could be... I mean, is he more unpredictable than Mayweather? No. Is he more unpredictable than Bivol? Yes, because he's smaller. So I think that's going to be something as well. That's going to be something. And overall, he is the fresher fighter. He is the fresher fighter. That's something. But yeah, I think in my opinion, Bud's not really going to have any fear of Canelo's power either in this fight. I can't see him fearing Canelo's power. And if that's the case, then I don't think it's going to be good for Canelo at all. And Crawford's going to be trying to match Canelo's body work. I really do have a feeling of that as well. So, yes. And I think it's all going to lead up to Crawford being able to get a UD win. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, that's my argument for why I believe that Terence Crawford is going to defeat Canelo in September. Anyway, thank you all for watching.